Hey guys, this is Reddy here, and welcome to the number one show for financial advisors. On this episode, I have an awesome guest, and her name is Maria. Maria, welcome to the show.
Thank you, Raghu. Thank you for inviting.
Well, fantastic. It's good to have you on this show. So, Maria, where are you located?
Well, I'm located east of Manila. I'm in this beautiful country called the Philippines. And for those among you who are familiar with the Philippines, Manila used to be the capital, and that's the more familiar city in the Philippines, right? I'm east of that, about 25 kilometers from Manila, and we have perfect weather today for the first time in this week.
Fantastic. So, Maria, what do you do?
Well, for the last 5 years, I've been a member. I've been fortunate enough to be a member of the financial services industry. And like I said, in the last 5 years, I'm not just a financial advisor. I am also a unit manager. So I now have a team of 10 advisors. And it's been such an awesome journey in the last 4.5 years, leading this team of fantastic advisors.
Well, fantastic. Awesome to note that. And so you said since 5 years you are in this field, right?
Yes.
So, how has your journey been for the last 5 years?
Oh, it's been so awesome, really, because of the advisors I was able to invite to join my team. And it has been such a challenging experience for me, having come from corporate management. I thought all along it was going to be a breeze, and little did I know it is far different from what I had amassed in my corporate life. 18 years of management experience. It's really totally different. And I've grown as a person, not just as a leader, but more as a person, right? And I'd like to say that my advisors have as well grown much in their journey as financial advisors under my team.
Well, that's fantastic. So, Maria, what made you to come into this field? Why did you become a financial advisor?
Okay, that's a good question, Raghu. Prior to me joining Sun Life, I was a full-time housewife. I from corporate management, I transitioned to being a homemaker, raising 3 kids and my husband. And for 8 years, I've been doing that since I retired from corporate life. I guess the reason why I joined this financial services industry was because of my husband, who's been with the industry for 24 years. And over the span of the 24 years, I've been with him, beside him, helping him grow his business, right? But 4.5 years ago, all that changed, right? Over the years, he's been convincing me to join Sun Life on a full-time basis, and specifically field management. But I always had reasons to defer that. Eventually, I knew I was going to be in Sun Life one way or the other. I was already working with him at that time. However, the decision to become a full-time financial advisor and a field manager, for that matter, was really something that I owe him. Right? He was very persistent in making me decide to do this full-time and join field management, as opposed to becoming a full-time advisor like him, right? And that was probably because of my experience in corporate management, right? And I always kid him in my talks with prospective advisors, and even for teams in Sun Life that I've been invited to speak. I always reference him as somebody who has been persistent and always nudging me on to really decide and do this full time. And I always kept telling him, why me? Why not you? If you want this for yourself, then go ahead, do this for yourself. You're already in this business full time. Me, I'm having the time of my life being retired. and dependent on you financially. So what's the thing to change there, right? So really, the decision to become a full-time manager in Sun Life, I owe to him, right? And I've never looked back from the time I said yes. I applied to become part of Sun Life as a field manager, so you could refer to my experience as an external hire, right? I'm not the person who comes into Sun Life, who went into Sun Life, applying to become a financial advisor. I applied to become a field manager of Sun Life, right? And necessarily, I had to take all of the examinations required, do my commission achievement in order to qualify for field management, right? So I went through that. It took me 6 months. And so 4.5 years after that, that field management was my thing, right? And I'd like to be able to say I've had some progress and successes. A lot of it, in fact, in the last 4.5 years. So
Wow.
I'm full-time. I'm a full-time manager as well as a financial advisor because I also have clients of my own, and I've been doing the things that my financial advisors are doing. But more than that, I have my team to lead and get them to reach their goals, right? Like when I joined Sun Life to begin with.
Wow, fantastic, fantastic, fantastic to learn about your story. So, when you came into the field 5 years back, I'm sure that initially you faced a lot of struggles. So, the question is, how did you overcome the struggle?
Okay. Having been in retirement for quite some time, the struggle initially was really to adapt to a more professional mode, if I can put it that way, because I was so comfortable with being myself already, being a full-time wife and mother, that getting back into the professional mode of putting my manager hat on and doing my work schedules to involve other people outside of my family. That was the initial struggle, right? And on top of that, I had a lot of catching up to do, right? So I did my due diligence, as they say. I looked into Sun Life, how does Sun Life operate, and how can I maximize the structure of Sun Life to allow me to grow my team and to lead my team in excellence, right? So that was it. That was the initial struggle 5 years ago.
So, so whenever you face the struggle or whenever you face the barrier, you need a driving force to break through that barrier. So, what's your driving force?
Okay. Always, whenever people ask me about what keeps you in this drive that you're in of wanting to seek a higher level of achievement for not just for yourself but for the team you lead, right? And I always say is that Sun Life has given my family a lot, right? The good life that I have right now, my family enjoys, it's basically from Sun Life. And my husband and I always say to all the clients that we have that Sun Life is really our bread and butter, so to speak. And we owe so much to this company that we give our best to developing others and help them reach their goals as well. So it's something personal to us, the journey of guiding all our advisors towards that path of prosperity, right? Has allowed us to always be ahead of the game all the time, right? What keeps us grounded is the family. The family keeps us grounded. I have a supportive family. My husband is actively involved in this industry. He's now part of my team, right? And my children really experience a lot of good stuff knowing that I am in this industry, right? The biggest thing that they always look forward to is where are we traveling this year, Mom? Yes. And always I say, oh, okay, we're traveling to this place, to this place. So when the pandemic hit, right? And there was no travel. I was telling them, hey, you need to help me in this thing, adjust into this new normal, knowing that next year, 2021, is going to be a year where we're going to experience traveling again, right? And so my children are all behind it. So even when I speak to my advisors and late in the evening, right? So they understand that. So really a supportive family has really gone a lot of has made a lot of difference in me adjusting, no, digitally in this workspace, right, and adapt to a new structure altogether, right, and get my team to move faster also, despite the limitations and the challenges of adapting to online business, right? So that's really the thing about shifting your focus from what you are unable to do to what is possible for you.
So that's really fantastic, fantastic. And so Maria, what's your vision for the future?
When I signed in as a field manager, they always ask me, what are you in here for? And I always say, I put the end goal in mind. And that's really to have my own branch, right? Lead my own branch, become a branch manager. One of the pillars of Sun Life is to become a branch manager and lead your own team, right? That's always been the goal. And I'm still on track to be to have that goal, right? It's a 5-year goal. I'm still on track for doing that. And a lot of my preparation in the last 5 years has all been geared towards that goal. So I'm so excited that despite and in spite the pandemic and all of the resulting challenges brought about by this pandemic, my team and I are on track, knowing that we can leverage on each other's strengths, right? And contribute to a better life for not just for me, myself, and my family, but also for their families and the families of advisors, prospective advisors. We can encourage to join our team.
That's fantastic, fantastic. So, what would be your advice to the newcomer to the field?
Okay, that's a good question. My advice really to those who are interested to join this profession, it is a noble profession. It requires preparation. It requires hard work. But more than that, it requires grit. The ability to self-assess, dig in, and find out where else can I improve my skills, my knowledge to be able to reach higher ground, right? And to be able to service people and help them, guide them to achieve their own journey towards financial security. So that's always been the thing I keep emphasizing to advisors who want to join, people who want to join this industry, and specifically my team. There's a lot of hard work to do. But what is your biggest why? Right? Why would you really want to go through all the hard work, go through all of the preparation that you need to do? It's a continuous study process, right? Why would you want to do that? What is it that you want to achieve in this profession that you're willing to give it your best? Because that's the only way I am able to lead you from where you are now to where you want to go. So that's always been the thing. And I've always told my advisors, right? You've achieved some level of success at this point in your career. What's the next level? What's the next higher summit that you can set for yourself? Let us plan well, never change the goal, just change the strategy, right? And we can all progress together as a team.
Fantastic, fantastic advice there, Maria. And so, if someone wants your services or want to join you in your team as a financial advisor, how they can reach out to you?
Oh, thank you for that question. Yes, they can connect with me. They can check out my Facebook page, right? I'm in most social media platforms. But the first thing is to get hold of access to my page. It's all there. The information is there. And they can, from there, connect with me, right? There's a lot of things going on for the company right now. And I can guide them to achieve their goals and leverage on Sun Life, right? They can go ahead and connect with me
On social,
anytime.
on Facebook and LinkedIn as well.
Yes.
That's right. Okay, fantastic, fantastic. So, Maria, it was really wonderful having this conversation with you, learning about your story, about your journey for the last 5 years, how you're making a big difference and, making such a big impact in the lives of individuals and families. And I wish you all the very best for your future, not only to grow yourself, but to grow your team bigger and make a bigger impact and a difference in a lot more individuals' lives and families. I wish you all the very best.
Thank you, Raghu, for the opportunity. And yes, I look forward to joining you in the future in some of your training programs. It has helped me a lot, right? And I hope to encourage my advisors as well to get on board.
Well,
Thank you.
thank you.
Thank you
Thank you
so
for
much.
being on the show.
Enjoy the weekend,
Yeah.
Raghu.
Same to you. Thank you. Bye.